There are bad choices, but there are no wrong choices. Okay, let's keep you knowledge of the world. Keep your persuasion up, and I don't really need any of that. Keep the athletics going. Whenever the paladin uses lay on hands, okay, we're definitely doing diseased. Definitely doing diseased. Sheila has leveled up in class, and as a result, this character's number of attacks per round has increased. Base attack bonus is in the stat that automatically increases as the character gains new class levels. This stat improves their chances of landing a hit on an enemy, and when it reaches certain thresholds, +6, +11, +16, the character gains an additional attack per turn. Different classes increase their base attack bonus at different paces. Barbarians, fighters, monks, paladins, rangers, and slayers increase their base attack bonus the quickest, whilst wizards and sorcerers are the slowest. Okay, cool. Good to know. Okay. What do I want to give you? I feel like she would be great to have leading strike on, because she's always in front. Your charged attack deals additional divine damage equal to 1d6 your mythic rank. That'd be good. Oh, this is kind of interesting. But yeah, I think I want her with... Wait, what is Mythic Beast? Your animal companion is just as mythic as you. Your animal companion gains bonus to its strength, dexterity, and constitution equals to half your mythic rank +1. Its attack now ignores damage reduction except and mine it, or divided by... Okay. Change my mind. Roach needs to be strong. That's easy. Okay. Going on the fighter. I want your stealth up. You don't need to do trickery much. Let's keep you lore and nature though. So I might want to use you for stealth attacks. While wielding a ranged weapon, you threaten squares within your melee reach. You can make attack of opportunity with a ranged weapon. You do not provoke attack of opportunities when making a ranged attack as an attack of opportunity. Take a moment to carefully aim your shot, causing all to strike nearly the same spot. We use a full attack to make multiple ranged weapon attacks against the same opponent. Total damage from all hits before applying the opponent damage reduction. Okay, choose one of the ranged weapon types, so I don't want to do that. I think I like Hammer the Gap. I remember that being really good. Outflank. Whenever you and an ally who also has this feat are flanking the same creature, your flank bonus on attack rolls increased by +4. But this is melee. This is also melee. Is this melee as well? When you make a full attack, each consecutive hit, it's saying search tags are melee. But it shows arrows in Hammer the Gap. Yeah, there. It seems like it could get really deep in the build. Well, it says range 2. That's in the tags. Damage melee range. Okay, let's do Hammer the Gap. Each consecutive hit against the opponent deals extra damage equal to the number of previous consecutive hits you've made against the opponent. The damage is multiplied on a critical hit. Each consecutive hit against the opponent deals extra damage equal to the number. Okay. So like if I hit him 2 times before, it's +2 to damage. Yeah, this seems really good. I remember having it on another character in the other Pathfinder, and it just, like, especially with big targets, it becomes incredible. Okay. Okay, for you... we need... gain a bonus on your attack rolls with range weapon equal to the penalty AC to the target receives from their size, if any. Oh, that's ridiculous. Anytime you would become paralyzed, you become staggered. We don't need that. While in your state, you're unable to move. Lose your dexterity to AC. All allies within 30 feet gain a morale bonus to attacks and damage. We don't need that. Best jokes. Each time you deal critical damage with your ranged weapon, attack, or reduce the target 0 hit point. Okay. Ranged weapon, attack, or reduce the target, you deal your weapon damage to all enemies in 10-foot radius. That's really good. Oh my god. So every time she hits a critical shot with her ranged weapon or kills something, she's going to do damage to everyone around with that weapon damage. That's ridiculous. Really like that. That's so good. Okay. Let's keep with this build. This acts as a Cure Light Wound spell using the Witcher's cast level. Once a creature has benefited from healing Hex, it cannot benefit from it again for 24 hours. At 5th level, the Hex acts like a Cure Moderate Wound. So right now it would be a Cure Moderate Wound. I like this. Wait, don't we already have this? No, that's Fortune. I've only seen the use of Aura of Purity once so far. So I'm gonna go ahead. stick with keeping her strong on the heals. Just looking to make sure there's no restoration. No. Remove biliness could be really important. We already can remove disease. With my paladin. Hold on. I'm gonna get this now before we need it. Because we're gonna need it. I know we're gonna need it. Especially with the amount of undead they put in this game, we're gonna need remove curse. Oh, I know we're gonna need this. If Kingmaker was any like if they have any kind of mind like Kingmaker, I'm going to need remove curse. I'm gonna need it a lot. Okay, you are going to, yeah, your healing is no longer affected by common limitations. Whenever you cast a cure wound spell or another spell, it becomes reach as though reach spell feat. Also, the amount of hit points it now restores depends entirely on your caster level and disregards any limit in the original spell. You can alter a spell within a range of touch, close, or medium to increase the range by one range category using the following order: touch, close, medium, and long. That's so good. There was the other thing that she can jump to people. And you can make your patron give you additional power benefits. The ability lets you select any witch hex and grant you the ability to use the selected hex. You lose the ability to use the hex after choosing another hex with this ability. Okay. I mean, that could be good, but emergency help was the one. All variables, okay, saving throws and throws. All variable numerical effects of spell modifiers by this feat are maximized. Saving throws and opposite rolls are not affected, nor spells with random variables. Oh, this is good. Okay, this is gonna be the first one. We'll come back for the boundless healing, but this is, although we're never that far apart. Let's go boundless healing first. Okay. So scroll savant. Definitely doing this. This. Okay. We don't need that. I just want to see the things they don't want me to give her. Target gains +2 to morale, bonus on attack rolls, saves, and skill checks. Let's do that. Okay, hold on. I'm reading this. So you hurl a fist-sized ball of force resembling a sphere of spikes to ram a designated creature. You must succeed on a ranged touch attack to strike your target. A successful hit, you deal 1d6 points of damage of force damage per 2 caster levels. Maximum 5d6. For every 5 caster levels you possess beyond 5th, you gain an additional ball of force. A creature struck by any of these is subject to a bull rush attempt. The force has a strength modifier equal to your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma modifier, which is highest. The combat mobility, or what is this? Combat. Yep. Combat maneuver bonus, that's what it is. Alright, for the force's bull rush, uses your caster level at its base attack, adding the force strength modifier and a +10 for each additional blast that hits. The bull rush succeeds, the force pushes the creature away from you in a straight line, and the creature must make a reflex or fall prone. Oh, that's pretty good. We already have web, so we don't really need slow. Lightning bolt just hits an area. Or one, it's along an area. I want to do that. Yeah, let's do this. Especially like if we have webs behind them, we can push them right back into the web. Okay, for you, I don't know what I want to give you. Think for a second. Okay, abundance casting. Learn a way to increase the number of spells you can cast per day. You can cast 4 spells per day of first, second, and third rank each. This ability does not affect mythic spellbooks. But does that affect her spells? I mean, this could be really good for her. My question is that going to affect her spells? Like, cause like... Does that mean she can prepare more spells? So I could have 4 more prepared? That would be really good. Like, that would be really, really good. That would be disgusting, actually. Because we rely a lot on her pits, right? Either this pit or the other one. And having, like, a bunch of them. And I want a couple of these. Yeah, let's do that.
Are we ready to move out?
You have some wisdom damage. Let's get rid of it. Okay. That's ridiculous. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. I love it. We already have some of that large, so we don't need more of that. Oh, magic missiles. I don't really need vanish. Sleep just never works at this difficulty. He's gonna die too soon. Magic missiles. That's all it is. Magic missiles. Okay, so let's create a couple pits. A couple summons would help too. Spell grants +4 to charisma. I'm actually gonna do this because this is touch, right? Yeah. Can we not do this one now? Okay, fine. Oh no, we can't. Okay. Got it. Never mind. Alright. So we'll get 2 small summons and more. Actually, no, she doesn't really need that. Let's do it anyways. Just for some more spells. Ah, gotcha. We don't have that yet. I mean, that would make sense. Like this is a pretty strong spell. So we would need to increase that. Okay. All right. So let's get a couple of these, more of these, and another spike trap. That's freaking awesome. That's so many spells per day. That's gonna pay off. That's definitely gonna pay off. Before I forget these guys, do. Courage and life. For as long as effects last, target +2 morale saving throws against fear and death effects. Against fear effects. I do want resist energy. Just in case we run into like that fire problem we had before. Yeah. Because with that fireball thing, if we had more of these spells, we would have not had the problem we did. Alright. Wait. I don't think I did everyone's spells. Oops. It's the spell book. So frustrating. Gotta get rid of these 2 things. Is that permanent? Yeah, they're both permanent. Damn it. I think Restoration is like a level 4 casting spell, which is unfortunate. Because now she's down to 2. Okay. Okay, for you, my dude, you haven't been using Bone Shaken nearly enough. Definitely Mirror Touch for you. Okay. This allows you to make sneak attacks as the rogue ability of the same name. Dealing an additional 1d6 points of damage is additional damage. Yep. But we already can make sneak attacks. This is the spell grants +4 enhancement to dexterity, right? So this is definitely what we should use. For those fights when we need him to just do a lot more. Range attack, last stand. Anytime you'd become paralyzed, you become staggered instead. Okay, so this is just making it so he doesn't get hit by things. This one seems okay for him. During spell. Ever ready. Whenever you make an attack of opportunity, you gain a bonus on the attack roll. And damage equal to the mythic rank. The number of attacks of opportunity you can make each round is increased by 2. I don't know, like, he doesn't ever do that, though. This is good. Every turn, as long as you make at least one melee attack, you gain a stacking +2 to... Yeah, let's do this. This is probably where he's going to benefit the most. Okay. Excellent. I like the +4 attribution buffs. I think they can be pretty... Well, they become pretty important when you're in fights that are like this hardcore. Where like the every little bit helps. Alright. Cool. They're all leveled up. I still have like a plan in my mind of how I want to keep them going.
Make way.
Oh yeah, they definitely do. One second. Whoops. Bad time to do this.
Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Whoa, the heart is packed. And you considered nixing this little shindig, Beth?
I was gonna update my title. Level 6. We'll say level 6. Okay.
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canabras. And we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate. And he deserves to be honored for saving the city and possibly all of Mendev.
I love this dancing going on here. Like, look at these moves. Look at these moves. Was one hell of a fight.
One hell of a fight calls for one hell of a party.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever outside Canabras. I get the feeling the fiends are as shocked by what happened as we are. What happened in the garrison, what you did, it was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Beth, come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
All right, I'm done. No more.
What's going on over here?
Thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place.
It's simply unforgivable.
Comes a cheerful voice of someone sitting in the far corner of the table.
While we're on the
What's up,
topic of the
Captago?
roof,
Pretty
there's
good. How about
a
yourself?
rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself, and it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof.
Kind of.
And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, breathe on this for me. For good luck.
Nivea pulls a piece of greystone from her pocket. Drop in, Nivea. I'm not a messenger sent by the gods. Actually, I wonder if I can get a cut of the sales.
I know a guy who knows some guys.
Nivea gives a conspiring smile.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
Trying to make money. I need restoration.
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Dude, someone put this guy to bed. He's like not standing up anymore.
Well, a couple perhaps.
Says the same mirthful voice that joined in before.
Iomede's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
Irbeth looks at the end of the table where the voice originated, and her eyes widen as her own words trail off.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials. But I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck. So, what now? Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
The woman dressed in unshowy finery raises her eyebrow.
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev.
Shake her hand. It's an honor, Your Majesty.
And for me also. So, this is what he looks like. The one all Mendev is talking about.
He's handsome, isn't he?
He's reached me even before my messengers could.
Performed a lawful action.
Your Majesty, we were just... I'll have them arrange.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here. My personal guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch outside the city. I ordered all your sentries to stand down. They also deserve a break. Every person who tirelessly fought to save Canabras will enjoy themselves today. And my reinforcements will ensure peace and order.
We'll need to get some rest.
Because grand new deeds lie ahead, yes?
Sure.
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Daskari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabris' crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on
Yep.
you. No one could have foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I'm gonna try to do like guideless at first, but yeah, I'm gonna take lawful evil all the way down that path.
I value your dedication and your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Keonan and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to the hero of the evening. I did not come here solely to give you this chance to celebrate, but all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big plans for all of you, especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabris. Now, what are we drinking?
I haven't, but I'm gonna. If it's easy to miss, I might look up how to unlock it. Oh yeah, the Duke. Yeah. I mean, he'd be great if I didn't like Ember so much. Like he would fit that role, but Ember's in that role now. I know she could probably be really mean fire mage, but I kind of like her as a healer. Sometimes, against all the laws of warfare and reasons, the outcome of battle is decided by miracle.
The fires of Canabris have died down. Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years.
That's true, I
The
could do
new
both.
piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
She does have a lot of heals now and the ability to heal a little bit more. Yeah, I could do both. That's no review. Really? Come on. I bought the game. I kickstarted the game. Go to the Steam page. Give it a bad rating. Don't ask me these questions. I'd never do that.
Rise, warriors. Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canabris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Godfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade.
That's very true.
And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss, the hero of Canabris, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade, your leader from now unto victory or death. And now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed. There, the troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
do. Okay. So once I reach, am I in Act 2 yet? Dang it. Does it say what act I'm in? Consumed by war, the demon's crusader can sometimes forget the life. Take Cherna, for instance, the young cleric or Aristal who... Oh yeah, yeah, we're definitely in the next act, right? Let's see. Okay. No one's act. Oh. No, because like on the splash screen before this, it was saying that like enjoying the game, please leave a review. It's like, no. Don't do that. Okay, so I'm in Act 2. Hope we meet Descari and the Bahamut soon. I have numerous questions for them.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I would never actually leave a bad review, though. That'd be terrible. This game does not deserve that. I mean, even if, like, it was over, I've enjoyed what I've got so far. Just gotta... I like how no one gets bothered by the fact that I'm just stealing. Well, technically, that was her tent, so... Right, that's your best last name? Got to level up my horse. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no, yeah. No, like negative reviews are like when the game sucks, you know, you gotta be honest with it. But yeah. No, in a game like this with a couple bugs, yeah, I do not mind at all. Well, I mean, that's how a lot of these really massive CRPGs came out, and that's why I waited till now to start playing it, because I wanted like a cleaner experience. And I was hoping they'd do a little bit more balancing in the end game, which I don't think they've necessarily done, so it might get a little rough. I know they took out some monsters that everyone hated, or like at least nerfed them, but... Rating combat, okay, we already know this. Oops, I should have at least clicked the box. Oh well. Alright, who... Can we, like, actually talk to anybody?
Let's see what we can do.
Oh yeah, I want to talk to him anyways. The old elf smiles when he hears your footsteps. Allow me to congratulate you on your victory in acquiring mythical powers capable of casting down the strongest of demons. I got a page you were looking for from the Grey Garrison. Storyteller carefully takes the page from your hands. His fingers touch the ancient letters gently, examining them lightly, following the lines. I see myself, young, energetic, able to see. Oh gods, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I will find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. Elf's expression becomes withdrawn. The wrinkle on his face softened. Thank you, Diaz. And please, follow me into my story. Let us embark on this journey together. The storyteller inhales sharply a few times and begins his story. Yeah, it feels pretty stable too, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely have some new stuff for him, but... Well, that's kind of like why I like streaming nowadays, because now you no longer have to really hope that the person writing the article likes that type of game or whatnot. Like, even if you're watching someone play the game, if they hate it, but you get to watch them play it and you're like, well, this game would be perfect for me, you at least get that moment, right? You can actually see the game being played and like how it is versus how people perceive it. Okay. They're leaving. The people of Keonan face the coming Earthfall and admit... Wow, I cannot read. Hold on a second. The people of Keonan faced the coming Earthfall and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers. All of them hurried to the gates of Sovereign, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Golarion. I'm ashamed, and I'm sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a notebook with a tree bark cover, in case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brother and sister. I watched the gate of Sovereign Stone close, separating me from them. It's time for me to go. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds. In case you change your mind, he hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and find my way to Sovereign. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook to pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what is to come. I'm on core. Okay. What do the elves decide to flee? Not fight. You know, in a lot of mythology, elves decide to just get out. That happens in a lot. Because, like, they come, they try to befriend humans, it all falls apart. Sometimes dwarves go to war with them, and then they're just like, alright, peace, we're gonna go find another plane. Storyteller's lips purse with disdain. They are afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers, long-lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of Earthfall. Your mentor is a mage. Then you must be too, yes? Yes, I'm an archmage, and this title is well-deserved. I have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in my areas of magic. But curiosity has always pushed me towards new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. What is the Sovereign Stone? A magnificent crystal bent into an arc by a mighty hand of ancient divine creator. Our great gate to the other worlds. It breathes power, it dreams of eternity. Why are you angry at your fellow elves? I spent my hundreds of years in Keonan. I've always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home, but the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Golorion. All its places, all the form it manifests in. I traveled widely and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels. But they weren't interested. They only cared about Kyonin. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. What happened next? Earthfall happened at night. I'm standing on top of my tower many miles to the north of Kyonin, and I see a blaze far to the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to huge rock, pushing down on my world, and then a blow. Vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Golorion and up to the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels filling my wide eyes with darkness, drowning in timelessness along with the countless denizens of Golorion. He looked into an asteroid, I think. Impact. Never before have we been so united in our feelings, or nuke. When I came around, the darkness remained. My first terrible thought, I'm blind, but no. Little by little, I begin to see the stone wall. I'm alive. Why is it so dark? The answer is quick. Smell of ash everywhere. The great burnt sacrifice is filling the air with incinerating particles of what recently the content of Aslan. Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk at day and complete dark at night. It sounds like an asteroid. Okay. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. What did I say? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earthfall, proudly, like the last Archmage of Kyonin should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will never happen. I'm still alive. I can fight Earthfall and the darkness, not run from it in blind panic like my kinfolk and my cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? I am but one Archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. Okay, here we go. What is Earthfall? Okay, he's gonna tell us anyways. A disaster of untold proportion. An unborn planet dropped on Golorion. Oh, wow. Okay. By blind fate or someone's evil. A blow so strong that the continent of Aslan is destroyed within moments. Turned to ashes. Wiped off the face of Golorion. I wonder if they mean unfinished planet or unborn planet and asteroid. In this burnt sacrifice, clouds of ash and dust are born, stealing our sun, the warmth of our star. The air cools, the soil barren. Dark creatures crawl out of their lair to rule, and the most frightening thing, without the sun, all hope dies in the earth, in the heart. This is the age of darkness. The 1,000-year period in which the sun's light was blocked by the ash knocked into the atmosphere by the meteoric impact of Earthfall. It was a meteor. Okay, it began with a rain of meteorites summoned from the sky by a powerful magic in 5293 and lasted until the sunlight had been restored, roughly a millennium later. During the Age of Darkness, all major civilizations across Golorion were destroyed, ushering in a time of anarchy and destruction. That's intense. Interesting. Ooh, that's intense. Unfair is like, is that the hardest difficulty? Is that the last one, or is that Nightmare? That's the last one. What was the tower you mentioned? It's my retreat to the north of Kyonin, my home away from home. My observatory. From its top, I watched the stars, and when they were correctly aligned, the other worlds as well. Here in the northern wastelands, I found the highest mountain and built a tower on top of it. Clear days, I could see the mist over the lake, and mists and veils in the east. That's how high I was. What are you going to do next? I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me. Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice to shout. It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Golorian civilization. They will sink in oblivion, be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. Thel suddenly winces and is silent for a few moments as he calms his heavy breathing. Forgive me, I shouldn't have raised my voice. The story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played the main role in it. It's so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing me up inside, those that I felt long time ago, and not remember. It's like I split. I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with ancient elven writings on your travel, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on the past, and we will find out how the story ended, and perhaps even why I forgot it. Thank you for your stories. Thank you for helping me remember. I want to know more about you. I want to discuss the past with you, that's what it is. No, that's Earthfall. Please examine the items carrying. Let me touch them and I'll tell you what you have. The storyteller fiddles with fragments of a gold buckle, an old thing, created long ago by divine will, but the power that gave birth to it is lost in the darkness. However, the relic still lives on, though it has changed. I wonder if what secret it is hiding. Would you like to know it? Bring me 5 vials of magic essence, and I will revive this object, and with it, its story. Okay. Do I have the necessary materials? Oh, apparently I did. The elf cautiously uncorks the vials and begins to work his enchantment. The essence evaporates, turning into the light that streams onto the buckle. The light thickens and becomes gold. The Covenant of the Inheritor, and that is the name of the relic. This buckle once adorned the belt of a glorious knight from Mendev. It is the embodiment of a promise made to a young girl by a powerful deity. A great promise that has changed much in the world. Covenant of the Inheritor. When you touch the restored relic, a strange vision comes to you, as if you can see the event that happened in the past. A burning sensation spreads across your chest from the very spot where your mysterious wound sometimes opens. What is this? The influence of the storyteller's spell, or is it something else? All the resting. Interesting. I mean, like, I could see it being kind of fun if you don't plan on finishing the game, but like, and you just come back to it from time to time. Although I could see playing unfair being a lot of fun just to like for the challenge. But man, that would turn this game to like what, 300, 400 hours? Just because every fight would have to be kind of like an all out battle. SCG max is 75 rests for all the game. That's intense. Okay, so I had a vision. The elf frowns. How strange. You are a remarkable mortal. No one has ever shared my vision before. What do you think caused it? Perhaps these things have something to do with destiny, or the fate that someone related to you. I do not have the answer, only advice. Seek out such relics. Look for what links them all, and you will know the truth. I've already shown him Finian. Okay. Okay. I want to know more about you. Feel like we've gone over this, but I'll do a couple of these. The old elf permits himself a faint smile. I'm not surprised. A strange, peculiar-looking elf with unusual power who has come from afar and calls himself a collector of stories. Such things usually spark some interest. I will answer your questions. Who are you and where are you from? Before I would have said I was a blacksmith from Keonan who lost his sight and found his true calling in new craft, that of storytelling. But I've lately begun to suspect those words are no more than a lie. It's quite the irony. I've never thought I have cause to complain about my memory. It holds the stories of the entire world, but I've noticed more and more alarming signs recently. I encounter ancient stories and see myself in them. I don't remember those events, but stories cannot lie. So it means that my memory is lying, and I intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm looking for proof that my visions are true, and for that reason, why my past has been hiding from me. You look ancient. I thought elves didn't get old. As you can see, we do if we manage to live for many thousands of years. There may not be a single mortal in this world older than me. Anyways, it's not about the time, it's about the stories I keep inside. There's much suffering and sadness in this world, and in my stories, I've lived every one of them. I've drunk this bitter experience and accepted it into my heart. It's hard, the weight of all this suffering on my shoulders, but I wouldn't trade my burden for any other. Ah, I see. Where did you get your strange powers? I've always gotten along well with things, and I used to be a blacksmith, that I know for sure. I've always felt the essence of things, their spirit. For as long as I can remember, I've always been able to feel the traces of memories and feelings left on things by their former owners. I don't know where the gift comes from. Maybe having taken my sight, the gods granted me another sense. How do you see into the future? I cannot say. Such visions are new to me. My instincts has always worked towards the past, not the future. But some things change. Everything changes. So do I. Perhaps right now, the stories that are yet to happen are more important than those ones that have happened already. How do you collect stories? Same way a court philanderer collects his conquests. The way a healer has a personal cemetery of patients he failed to save. The way every person, including you, has a box of secrets. Most precious experiences deep down in their soul, and no one is allowed to touch. The world is not made of things or matter even. It's made of stories. They move from past to future, piercing our world at the point of here and now. They give meaning to everything. They are the meaning, and everything else is only the setting required for the stories to exist. There is nothing more real and alive than a story. Anything real and alive can die or be destroyed, distorted, forgotten. But as long as I carry these stories with me, they will not be lost. This is why I don't often share my stories. By sharing ones with you, I give you the right to tell it to others, to distort and embellish inadvertently and inadvertently. How can I be sure you will keep its original purity? Stories travel from one person to another. They change, become distorted, turn into tall tales. This is why I keep my stories to myself. I have no more questions. I'm just going to ask, have you decided to join the crusade? I have decided not to, I'm afraid. My path and the path of the crusade lead in the same direction, but alas, they are not yet one and the same. After the demons were driven away from Cannabis, the path into the world wound became open, if only temporarily. I'm planning on using this opportunity to visit. I'll fall silent. Doesn't matter now. I hate to bore you with the details of my venture, which may prove useless even for myself. However, I'll try to return to the Crusades and aid them in the confrontation with the demons after I'm done. I hope to meet you again in this world rather than the next. Okay, I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. Oh, thank you for stopping by. And good luck getting back to sleep. This is Nura's Denwit's tent. It seems she brought a lot of unnecessary items along with her. And we shall loot them. Boop, boop, boop.
Here we
Okay. Let's see who we have.